Oh, keep. Oh, yeah. A few weeks. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Procrastinating is the thing I like to do the most. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, I think I just used like a air blower, and I took out the switch and just blew some air in there. That usually fixes it. But it's probably like some dust or some hair or something, man. Anyways, let me do the LeetCode daily real quick. Hopefully it's real quick. Can't procrastinate with the daily. Oh, I can procrastinate, but I'm not about to. Hat Nights, what's happening? Quick question. What's the question? LeetCode Premium or LeetCode Pro worth it? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you need to pay these days. There's so much free information out there, and I don't think it's any different than the paid information, you know. I think what's most important is you just study. I don't think the quality of material and the LeetCode Premium, what does it give you? It gives you like company tag questions. Maybe that's okay. But I don't know how true the company tag questions for LeetCode is. It might be accurate for Meta and Amazon because I think they just use all the same questions all the time. Do like LeetCode's explanation? I feel he gives a lot of the LeetCode community for free. Yeah, I think there is a lot of free material for sure. Alright, I'll say if you have a lot of money and you're looking for a job and you just want to maximize your chances, yeah, maybe just go ahead and pay 150 bucks or whatever it is. If it's not a big deal to you. But if 150 bucks is a big deal to you, I say don't spend it. But if you have $1 million in the bank, and you're worried that you can't find a job because your algorithm skills aren't that great, then I'd say spend the 150 bucks, man. Alright, should we do this daily problem? Wait, I ain't even ready. I always forget to put my YouTube chat on my screen so I can read it. Nico said he is starting to do system design. Isn't there a lot of... I hear people recommended Jordan Has No Life or Hello Interview for system design. I don't know though, because I don't do system design and I haven't done any system design interviews. Alright, you guys ready? Zero array transformation part 1. But Hat Knight, are you like grinding for an interview real soon? I don't know if you've mentioned if you're a student or if you're already working in the industry, switching jobs or trying to find a brand new job as a new grad. What's your situation like? Alright, let me read this problem real quick. You're given an array nums of length n and a 2D array queries where queries I equal left right. For each queries I, select a subset of indices within the range LR in nums and decrement the values at the selected indices by 1. A zero array is an array where all elements are equal to 0. Return true if it is possible to transform nums into a zero array after processing all the queries sequentially, otherwise return false. Select a sub... Okay, so this is... I know what this is. I just did this recently. But this is a line sweep problem. I guess 6 months ago recently. Let's go. So... should we look at examples? Let me try and explain what I'm about to do before I do it. So here's an example that they give us. Here's the input nums, And the answer, well, the queries is this, and the answer is true. Because we can select, let me put indices over nums 0, 1, 2. They're saying we can select this range. That's from 0 to 2. And we can decrement any numbers in here by 1. So, and then everything will be 0. So the answer is true. We can do that. And in this example, let's look at next one. Example 2. Here's the nums. Then we put the indices. And here are the queries. So query 1, or the first query, goes from 1 to 3. That means we can decrement all of these numbers by 1. So let me just make another array under this to show how much we can decrement each of these indices by. So these indices 0 or 1, 2, 3, they can all be decremented one time by this query, maximum of one time. Then we go to the next query, and it's from 0 to 2, these indices. And we can also decrement these by 1, so I'm just going to increment these numbers. So the answer to this is false, because these are the most that we can decrement the value. So this one, the minimum we could get this value to be is 3. This one would be 1. We can get these two to 0 though. So that's why the answer is false. Alejandro 404 official, what's happening? How's it going? It's going all right. Not a very exciting Monday for me. I don't want to work. It's beginning of the work week. But at least this weekend will be a long weekend because of Memorial Day. So that's all right, you know. I just gotta make it to the weekend, man. And then chill. Alright, so that's what the problem is asking, and they're just asking if we can do this, right? So what am I trying to do, man? We're trying to do line sweep. That's what we're trying to do. Shandu16, how are you doing? Welcome to the party. I don't even know how to do line sweep, man. But I suppose we can do these events, or I guess we can put these in a map. So I'll use an unordered map. I'll just call it UM. And I'm going to iterate through the queries, and I'm going to like increment and decrement. I don't even know what to call this technique. I guess it's a line sweep. So I'm iterating through our queries. And I'm going to say let's increment the first query, and then let us decrement the second query like that. But it might be the second plus 1. I'm not sure yet. Let me think about that. Zero through 2. Is it the second? Yes, it is the second plus 1. Because it means from 0 to 2, or let's look at this, 1 through 3, these ones, it would just be like 1, 1, 1 for that. So then when we're at 4, that's this plus 1, then it goes back to 0. Right? Yeah, that's what that means. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do in this unordered map. And then what, man? And then I'm going to iterate through every index, maybe. Let me think about this. Alejandro official, thank you very much for the hydrate, but I don't got no water, man. I'll be right back. Let me go fill up my water. Alejandro Official. Thank you very much. Name got me thinking about that Lady Gaga song. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. Alright, what was I doing? I was trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do this problem. I guess what we're trying to figure out is if the value at this index is greater than how many times we can decrement it. No. That's not how it goes. It goes like this. Is it like that? Is that how it goes? Yeah, that's how it goes. So if this value is greater, that means we cannot turn that index to 0. And then if we get to here, we can. So I'm gonna just return true. Can I do it like that, man? Let's see. It's too easy out here, man. How are they trying to give me a line sweep problem? They don't know. I like line sweep. Oh, Brett, what's happening? Yeah, this one, I guess line sweep problems are easy for me to visualize, so it's easier for me to solve. But I haven't always been familiar with this technique with line sweep. I usually do the events and have them sorted, but lately I've been learning how to do it with an unordered map. And I suppose we can, because nums is 10 to the 5th, I don't even think we need an unordered map. We can probably use like n+1. Should we try that? Let's see. What's events? Events is, it's just another way of solving line sweep problems. But I don't know if it fits well for this problem. Alright, so that still works. I forget what my other... Conolid, are you familiar with line sweep? Oh dang, big improvement from crazy mode, like crazy faster. What is this way? I guess this way is using a hash map. I don't know what to categorize these different line sweep techniques. But let's say this one is using a hash map to save. Are they the same, man? You're storing everything in a hash map here, or in a vector in this case. And the events one, you're storing them like a vector int. And then you iterate through, and it's like you push back the time. So this would be like Q0 as a pair or something. You push back the time and the type of event. So this one would be like an opening event or 0. You know, it would be like and then you sort the events. Some problems it's a lot easier to do it in this way, and some it's a lot easier to do it in the hash map way. Steven Sagiball, what's happening, man? Who's my favorite starter Pokemon? I guess the one when I was growing up I always chose Bulbasaur. No, I lied. Squirtle, man, not Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is whack. That's like easy mode, right? I always use Squirtle. So they ask this in an interview, line sweep algorithms. I've gotten a line sweep algorithm in an interview, but sometimes line sweep isn't the only way or the only technique to solve a problem. Sometimes you can do it with like other ways. Did I teach you this one? Line sweep or what? No, line sweep I learned this from A. Weiss on binary search. Oh, prefix sums with intervals. Oh, I'm not sure if you taught me this one, Brett, or if I've just always seen this one. I can't remember this one in particular, but is this what it's called? Prefix sums with intervals? This is like prefix summy, huh? Not me on stream, just from chat. Yeah, I can't recall. Maybe. Maybe. But I know the first time I did line sweep, I read something that A. Weiss wrote. Yeah, Steven Sagiball taught me all I know. Maybe you don't think of this as prefix sums with intervals. Yeah, I was wondering how to categorize. Let me erase all this event stuff because it's not relevant to the problem right now. But this technique here, it's called prefix. It is prefix sums because I guess this is like the prefix sum and we're accumulating it. And then yeah, I guess so. This is like the prefix sums line sweep. Yes, I think of this more as line sweep because what we're trying to do is, all right, let me try and draw it out. I'll show you guys why I love line sweep problems, man. It's only because you're able to draw it so nicely with ASCII art. And it makes it look cool. Like if somebody asks me a line sweep problem in an interview and then I start to explain it to them and I start drawing all these dang ASCII art graphics live in front of their eyes, they can't help but be impressed. You know what I'm saying? And that works in my favor. So like you're drawing this, you're explaining like this, they're gonna think you're a professional, man. So what we're doing with line sweep is we're taking a line and we're just seeing how many of these intervals the line intersects with. So at position 0, there's only one line or one interval. At position 1, there's 2. At position 2, there's also 2. And then at position 3, there's 1 intersection. And that's the information we're trying to find right here. So when we evaluate these queries, we get these numbers. It'll be like 1 intersection, 2, 2, and 1. And these are the numbers that we're comparing against the value because we want to be able to decrement that value at least how many times here, you know. This is why I think it's a line sweep problem, because what we're doing is we're really trying to find the number of, like how many intervals overlap at a certain point. Should I roll over my Google 401k? I don't know what that means, man, but maybe. You shouldn't be asking me for financial advice, Steven Sagiball. You don't want to end up like me. I'm like twice your age with the same amount of money. You know, I would go listen to somebody with more money than me. Q Ultimus, what's happening? Nah, you got more money than me, man. When I was your age. You're like, I don't even know how old you are. I think you're like 24. Steven Sagiball from Canada. No, he's from the US of A. When you were my age, yeah. When I was your age, I was couch surfing. That's how broke I was, yeah. So, Vanilla Chad, how you doing? What am I coding at the moment? Right now I'm just doing the LeetCode daily problem, but I just finished it, so I'm gonna move on to working on my website, midnightsimon.com. This is what I'm working on. I'm working on No Condom Chris, TypeRacer, just one moment. So I have all types of weird bugs on my website. I have like a live chat room that doesn't really work too well. I have it where you can. The latest feature I added was where you can choose update your color of your name in the chat room, and maybe it doesn't work, but maybe I have to refresh. But anyways, I'm just like slowly adding more and more features onto this website. That's what I'm working on. What else does so this website has whoever is online streaming LeetCode. I have to manually approve these people though. I have TypeRacer leaderboards. We're about to do a TypeRacer right now. These are all the people who have won TypeRacer over the last few years. And no condom Chris, second place, just redeemed the TypeRacer. So let's do that real quick. TypeRacer time. Alright, there's the link. The first race is the warm-up. The second race is the championship round. And I gotta post it in the Discord. Alright, you guys ready? It's warm-up time, man. Not a fast round, but 110 in the warm-up. Hepta 5 in the house. How you doing? Welcome to the party. Alright, everybody slow that round. Good thing it's just the warm-up, man. We can't be that slow in the championship round. Are you guys ready? Chad. Yeah, we got somebody from Chad. This is No Condom Chris, aka Six Pack Sexy. Alright, here we go. Championship round. Whoever wins this, their name goes up on the leaderboards forever. Hopefully. Are you guys ready? Damn, what the hell? Let's go. Short passage. Man, I made so many mistakes. 101 for me, 121 for Six Pack Sexy, aka No Condom Chris, 120 for this guest, 117 Q Ultimus, 110, 95 for Clistar, 83 for Icy Black Deep. Very nice speeds, everybody. So Six Pack Sexy with 121 miles per hour. Scroll down to chat, man. Hepta 5. I seen what you be typing, man. We don't need that up on the screen. What was it? Dang, I already forgot. 121. 121. R fire. 110. No errors. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright. No Condom Chris with the 121. Oh, back-to-back championships right there. I think out of 1, if I didn't typo, I need more practice. Then Q, have you retired the keyboard and you went back to your old keyboard, or what? Is that keyboard too funky for you? Wants me to take a test to make sure I'm not cheating. Yeah, if you get over 100, you gotta do that. We need a TypeRacer that doesn't automatically hide the results after 10 seconds. Icy Black Deep. I know what you're talking about, man. I feel you. I think we do need a TypeRacer that doesn't do that. And one day we'll get there, man. If we can focus. Hepta5. You're my favorite homie. Yeah. Can't be true, man. Cannot be true. You got so many homies, man. Anyways. Wait. What are we doing now? Let's go into vibe coding, I guess. Let me try and start up everything I need to do. So, alright, first things first. I gotta start cursor. More LeetCode? No, man. No more LeetCode right now. Alright, just the daily problem, that's it. I'm not a LeetCoder anymore. I'm a vibe coder, man. Wait, let's see. Where are we at? Simon vibe coding saying so? It is so. Yeah, it's vibe coding. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me start up the front end. I gotta start up a bunch of other stuff. Gotta load up Docker. Fix some bugs. And do some things. Run the back end. And then I need to run the C++ server stuff. Let me do that also real quick. Here we go. What y'all talking about, man? You guys letting Hepta5 troll you? You don't work for Hepta5's company? Hepta5 said he's a director at Grindr or something like that. Alright, here we go. We got the C++ server running. All right, let's see what's up with this thing. I'm gonna go to localhost. All right, so here it is, development branch or whatever. And what am I trying to fix here? First of all, is it connected to the wrong thing? Yeah, man, I gotta fix this one day. I don't think it's gonna be today though, but I gotta fix it so that it uses the right dang address in the right environment, you know. That's one, and then the login with Twitch needs to be updated. Is this it? Login with Twitch? This dang thing, man. Alright, now we're in development mode fully. Alright, and then, man, this is such a Many steps in this process. Now I gotta log in with my alt account here. What is my code? Real quick. And now, man, I'm thinking maybe this weekend, maybe on Sunday, maybe I'll do a one-off hackathon stream on my website. You know, just because it's a long weekend, I think I can do like maybe an 8-hour hackathon or something. We'll see, we'll see. I guess I already said it, so I gotta do it now. But it's not set in stone. It just crossed my mind. Anyways, here we go, here we go. What we're trying to do is... What are we trying to do, man? Everything works. I don't even know. Should I just start trying to make a TypeRacer or something? How would it do a TypeRacer here? Should I just start a new page? Brand new everything. Alright, yeah, let's do that, man. Let's try and get... Maybe I should think about... No, maybe not today. Maybe not. Maybe I have to like do some thinking offline before I come on and try and freestyle. Alright, let me consult my README, what we're doing, because I'm not prepared for this stream, man. I'm not organized enough to do like personal projects on stream. Oh, I fixed this. I paid for Docker and I just turned my shit private. Users can connect to chat room, send a message even when they aren't. No, I think I fixed this. Word wrap. Remove the sound. I already did that. I think I did this. Select the color if their username doesn't update. Maybe we can change that. It's like after we post, we also have to update the color so that it starts changing the color, huh? That's something maybe we could look into. Where are we? Man, I should also get better versioning, man. So what happened with my rating? My rating probably fell about 10 points, unfortunately. So my losing streak extends to 11 contests, man. At some point, I have to start to level out. I don't know when that's gonna be though. When will we find out for sure? I guess on Wednesday or something, but I've already selected the bet. If that's what you're interested in. Okay, here we go. This is what I need. Update chat preferences. Wait, we're supposed to be vibing. This ain't vibing. This ain't vibing. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to just be telling the dang stuff to do it, you know? So I'm gonna say, how do I add context? I want to add the profile. Yes. And here's what I'm gonna tell it. Wait, it's possible it goes up if you got 2. Yeah, but my rank is bad. But I guess it's possible if they remove like many people cheating, but I don't see that happening. Muddy Voice, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, this is what we're gonna tell this thing to do. We're gonna be like, whenever we update our preferred color in the profile page, it doesn't save it to the chat preferences in the, what is that, locally. Please fix this. We don't have time to do it ourselves, so we just tell the thing to do it for us. Is it gonna do it correctly? Who knows? Should we look? Or should we just... We don't ever look, man. We're just gonna accept it. It's probably alright. Is it in? Should we check? Alright, let's check. So, hello. That's in white. Let's update this to green or purple or something. Oh, that's something it doesn't update to. It doesn't say... Huh. I wonder if that's that one's broken. Maybe I broke it. Cause it used to work. Alright, this is the one in production, I think. No. Oh yeah, I broke it for sure, man. Profile, man. I gotta tell it, it doesn't work. Should I just copy the error? It doesn't work. It gives me this error. I feel like I could do this myself, but that's not the point, man. We're trying to vibe code it. So we gotta trust it, man. Just accept. Alright, let's see. Micros and Micros, what's happening? You look like that type of guy who doesn't just look at the screen, you judge the screen. What you talking about, man? I judge no one and nothing. Let me see. Alright, it's red, and now I try and update. Doesn't even update my thing, man. Alright, we gotta fix this manually. I'm going in here on my own. Let me see what they changed. I don't want any of this. Undo changes. Alright, now that I undid that, let me see if it actually just saves my color correctly now. So I'm changing it from orange to blue. Oh, look, that works. That works for sure. So whatever the vibe coding did, that's not what we want. Pat's Hello World. How's the vibing? We just started vibing, man. You should try the Z editor that is faster and better for vibe coding. I haven't heard of Z editor. I've heard of Windsurf, and people saying C-Line also is pretty cool, but I've only tried Cursor. Maybe I should try some other stuff. Hold on. So, what the hell, man? How does this work? Where's the button at? When we click the button, what does it do? Who knows what it does? Because everything was vibe coded here. It must be this. No, that's not it. That's when you type it in the thing. Alright, it must be the action. Yeah, it must be this. This is it. Oh. Yeah. So I see why it's so weird to do the... Jarmar, what's happened? Good night from Uruguay. Welcome to the party, man. I see exactly what's happening here. So let me try and explain. This part, the API to receive the request after you hit the submit button, that is on the server side. And the server side function is this thing. Hey, where am I at, man? How come I can't collapse these things? That's crazy. Alright, my bad. So the server-side functions are called these action function things in Remix. So this is like a backend API, and it gets the data from the request form data, and then it hits up Supabase, and then it updates my profile. So what I need to do is try and figure out when it returns this success true. That's when I can update locally what my new chat color is. So I'm not sure how to do that. Let's see. Maybe there must be something like... Alright, should we just ask? Now that I know the problem more and maybe why it's a little bit difficult, maybe I should ask the right questions to the AI. Wait, what are you saying? Z.dev? What is this? High performance collaboration? Is it just another cursor?
Hey, I'm
Nathan.
Nathan.
Does it do something special?
And this is Zed. Let me show you something cool. The FPS counter as, and I'm going to ask the model. It's the fact that.
Anyways, I don't got time to read all that, man. All right, let's figure out how can we, like, where does this success return to? You know, who gets that? I guess Remix just kind of knows that by itself, huh? Alright, how can I tell if an action returns success? Wait, from the client side, how can I tell if a remix action returns success? Use action data to hook. Alright, let's try that. Oh, it already knows now that I just told it that it kind of does what it probably supposed to do now. Should we just accept that? Accept. Let me see if that works. Alright, so now my color is this cyan. I edit, change it to red. Updates. Did it update? It's not updating, man. We got problems. Jermar, can you give me a little explanation about your application? Yes, it's just my website, midnightsimon.com. This is what I'm working on. And it's just a website to track subscribers to this channel, other LeetCode streamers who are currently online, and when they were last online. Has leaderboards for people's LeetCode profiles or their TypeRacers that we do here. And it also has this chat feature that I'm trying out. Should add auto testing. You mean like testing? Yeah, one day I'll add testing. Not right now, man. I don't feel like doing testing. But maybe I should. Alright, so what the hell? How come it doesn't work now, man? Like, this is crazy, right? Should hit this thing. Let me see. Oh, this is the real website. We need to go on localhost. Alright, what is going on here? Click the dang button, nothing happens. Alright, should I just tell it that? I'm gonna just tell it. When I click the submit button, nothing happens. Is it on the right everything? Agent mode? Thinking mode? Maybe that's why it's messing up, man. It's not on thinking mode. Alright, I'm gonna undo all these things and I'm just gonna ask it to do the same thing again. Now that it's in thinking mode. Where's my original? Here we go. I'm gonna close this chat out. I'm gonna open up a new dang chat. What's the chat button? Do I have to add everything? All right. I use Playwright. It will write tests itself, click itself. Just watch. I'm gonna have to look at that one day. I don't know anything about like testing, especially front-end testing, man. Okay, so what did this thing do, man? Did it already apply the changes? How come it's not automatically applying? It's crazy. Man, that looks good to me. Let's try it out real quick. This must be it. I think it wasn't working before. I was using the wrong mode in the AI. Now I've changed it to thinking mode instead of whatever it was on before. Let me see if it can actually solve the problem. So right now we're red. Let's go to purple. Look at that, but it doesn't change right there. Oh, but it changes right here. All right. So we're making progress. We're making progress. So it's purple right now. And I update it to cyan. It doesn't update on the profile page, but it does update on that page. So now let me just tell this thing. It kind of works. The chat room color is correct, but the color selected on the profile page is still the old one. Please fix. Not thinking mode, yeah. I'm in not thinking mode. That's what I'm doing. Three seconds it thought for, man. It's still thinking. Oh, it has a solution. Alright, let's see if it works. Alright, let's try it one more time, man. Refresh. Let's see. Cyan. Alright, now we update the color. You know, I can just move my window out the way. Alright, let's choose whatever color this is. Dang, it doesn't work, man. It still doesn't work. The profile, wait, it still doesn't work. I'll just say that. Hey, add some debugging, man. Come on, man. Oh snap. Dang, 15 minutes late. Shonak from YouTube, how are you doing? Sorry I missed your message. Man, how is it so hard to do this one simple change? They're tripping. We just need to update, I guess, set form values right here. I could do this myself, right? Alright, stop. Wait, let me see what you're gonna do. Dang, you're just gonna add a bunch of console login, huh? Undo. Stop. Reject. Undo. I'll take it over from here, man. It learned from me? What are you talking about, learn from me? Alright, it looks like we can just hit this right here. Just like that. Yeah? But why is it squiggly line? Well, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Profile data. Should I just copy this whole thing? Let me see what that does. No, we gotta fix this properly, man. I should probably know how my own app works. Alright, undo. Whatever I just did. Alright, console login time. Hey, what the hell, man? How is that console log so many times? 1,600 times? That sounds insane. But hey, look at that thing go. Does that mean... Oh, that looks like a bug, man. I don't think that's good. I think it's like stuck in an infinite loop. Must be. Alright, alright, maybe if I understood React, I could know what the hell is going on. So I think this is saying anytime any of these things update, we trigger this function. So it's saying the action data or the selected color. Oh, maybe it's like going into an infinite loop there. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here. Like, I'm sure something here. Like, do we even need these things? Can we just hit them with the action data like that? Let's find out. I'm gonna refresh. I mean, I still... Man, let me clear everything out. Roxanne... what's happened? Roxanne ARTC? I don't even know how to say it. But hello there. Alright, let's try and select update. Alright, at least it doesn't infinite loop anymore. Let me see if the chat thing still works. No, wait, did that just also update? Oh, that works too, man. Everything's working now. Look at that. Life is good. Everything works. I had to go in there manually, man. Alright, what's next? What are we working on today? We are working on my website. I'll show you in just a second. So I got my personal website, midnightsimon.com. Why is it messaging twice? Because that's what it does in debug mode. When you run some like a React app in dev mode, I think it sends everything 2 times. But when we build it for production, it only does it once. And I didn't know that until recently. Somebody told me that. So I'm working on my website, midnightsimon.com, and it's just a website for me to track subscribers on the channel, leaderboards for TypeRacer and stuff like that. And there's a chat room that I'm also working on just to get some experience in with some WebSockets. And particularly today, or last time I streamed, I worked on adding this feature where you can update your chat username color. And now I'm like just finishing off that feature where there's a few bugs with it, and I'm just trying to make it a nicer experience. With C, yes, so the chat backend is in C++. So my stack is Remix React on the front end. I got Superbase. I've got some SQLite stuff. Got C++ for my WebSockets. I've got a backend API that I built out that's different than Remix. That was built with Hono.js. And I'm just adding a bunch of other stuff to this. I got like some Node.js scripts that updates my online users, like this part, separate from this app, and it just updates like something in my database or my SQLite database. I forget. Is it double sending React or something else? It's from React dev mode. If I ran this in non-dev mode, you wouldn't see the doubles anymore. Do you find vibe coding works? Is it going to replace us? Man, it works for sure. Is it going to replace you or us? I think it's gonna replace somebody, man. Hopefully not us, but somebody's gonna get replaced. Maybe it means you need, like, instead of 10 people on a team to deliver a feature, maybe now you only need 9 people. So somebody gets replaced, you know. But I don't think it's going to be like, instead of 10 people, we only need 1 AI. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Well, what's anytime soon? At least in the next couple of years, man. Maybe some crazy developments happen in a few years, you know. Who knows is what I'm saying. Everyone's just speculating. But I'd say it's safe to say that it's not gonna replace us, man. I think if AI just replaced everybody in the next year, we got some big problems, and I don't think we're ready to transition that quickly. So I think the transition is going to be over the course of like a decade or more. I seen when DeepSeek came out, they were saying AI got replaced by foreign AI. What? It's great news for me because I'm just starting to learn. Yeah, I don't know if it's great news or terrible news or what. I think there is still a place in this world for people who know how to program. Even if the AI knows, I still think it's probably valuable to know what's going on, man. Because, you know, like, somebody has to code something, or somebody has to come up with new ideas. I don't even know. If AI is that good, man, we're all in trouble, man. Not just programmers. The whole world, every single job out there that requires thinking is in trouble. So at least it's like, if one of us goes down, we all go down, man. But I don't think you gotta worry about that too much, because it's like anything could really happen, man. Don't defense in the house. Why are you sad, man? You gotta show up when it's TypeRacer time. I use ChatGPT, but I have to say, don't tell me the answer, just help me understand concepts. Interesting. I've not really used ChatGPT to study. I learned how to program in the era without AI. Eventually it'll be that good. The improvements are exponential. It can't be exponential forever though. And maybe it's exponential because it's such a new field. So like gains are beginner gains basically for AI. But yeah, you know, I used to be a non-believer maybe about a year ago. I was a non-believer, man. And then I started to use AI for my personal project here about in November, so maybe like 6 months ago. And now I am conversing to more and more of a believer that AI is here to stay, and it does increase productivity, and it is a net overall positive for what you can do, like what you can build. That's my opinion now, but I don't think it can fully replace any software engineer right now. At least any good software engineer, you know. It won't replace seniors, in my opinion. When it goes off the rails, you need someone. Oh, dang. Someone. Let me bring up the chat. It went off screen. Someone who can tell the difference. Yeah, that's what I think. I think right now it's probably it boosts productivity for people who know what to do. Past performance does not predict future results. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. There will always be programmers because execs need someone to blame. They can't blame the AI because they chose the AI. Yeah, that's a good point. Lucky me. What? Are you currently employed in tech? I am. Progress is slowing down, not speeding up. Maybe by the time we have AI laws in place. Yeah, I'm sure there has to be AI laws coming out real soon, man. They're probably working real quick on trying to think of how to do some lawmaking there. You can't replace most software that I work with? No, man, that's not true. Don't defense. I think it can replace them for certain tasks, but not every single task a software engineer does. Current college cannot replace senior devs. Yeah. Why Simon has drops for Crunchyroll? What you talking about, man? I got Crunchyroll drops. What is a drop? What's happened, Bobby Blue? AI still can't come up with original thoughts. Phil A, this is also something I'm thinking, but I don't know how true this is because I don't know anything about AI. If it can't replace seniors, it can't replace anyone. You need to train seniors from their juniors. I don't know. It can replace somebody, man. But not every, like, you can't completely remove the human elements right now. Maybe. Who knows? Alright. You do have drops for a Crunchyroll indeed? Hey, what is a Crunchyroll drop? And who put them there? Who put that there, man? Is that a Twitch thing? Twitch is running across the platform. Okay. Yeah, I don't even got Crunchyroll. Oh, Het Tennis in the house. What's happening, my friend? Hey, Het Tennis, are you worried that you will one day be replaced by AI? Or a portion of your team will be replaced by AI? Maybe not you, but a few people on your team. It may improve productivity. It definitely feels like at times. However, what it produces is often wrong and requires someone that is at least a bit knowledgeable to get it to work. In today's world, yeah. But man, imagine where it will be in, let's say, a decade or something, man. I don't know, but I'm curious how it's gonna end up in 10 years or 5 years. No, wait, no, it won't replace anybody on your team, or it won't, like, you know, maybe what used to require a team of 25 people can be only a team of 20 people or something, you know. I just think of AI as a tool. A dev can get more done with these tools, but I don't think it will replace anyone. I think it will replace some people, man. But that's just, everybody has their opinion on that, man. Wait, I use it for all my code, says Izam42 from YouTube. Add hip. I tried building a calculator with Gemini. The AI left out the number 1 and started from 2, so I don't think it can replace us. I mean, sometimes it's also about how well you can describe the problem to the AI, or sometimes it's about how well you can break up the tasks and give it small tasks instead of one big project, I think. Either way, I think it boosts productivity for sure in a lot of scenarios. Especially things that require a lot of manual labor, man. Repetitive manual labor. AI is great at that type of work. AI won't replace Crunchyroll. Wait, right now with their capacity is throttled by scaling issues. The reason models work much better when they have more tokens and more time to reason through the issue, but they're currently costly. So, man, imagine if you had a nuclear power plant to power your AI. How good would it be, you know? I'm irreplaceable. Quitting tomorrow. Spetsnaz logic. For real? Quitting tomorrow for real, for real? I wish I were born sooner. Do you? How do you know? It'll be driving me home from the bar. It can already do that, right? Anyway, that dang. Let me see. Prompt engineering, yeah, that's a thing these days. All right. A lot of companies still not allowing to use AI because security concerns. Security concerns, but not because it can't do the job, right? And or an entire server farm with GPUs dedicated to only answer you. Yeah, man. All right, so imagine this. Imagine I had $150,000 to hire one engineer, or I could use $150,000 to buy a GPU server farm or some AI chip farm and run that for like a few years. I wonder I wonder what that would look like, you know? One person with no AI, or like two people, like a founder and one engineer with no AI stuff, or one founder engineer and $150,000 dedicated super powerful AI. And you give them 1 year to build something. What's gonna happen? Pointless scenario, but fun to think about. Not being able to break down work into small, manageable, well thought out tasks, part of why we have so many software devs in the first place. AI will make us immortal. Yeah, I think this is interesting. It's gonna get a little bit freaky in the future, man. After you die, you can just train AI on your voice, on your mannerisms, upload all your data to the AI, and then they can just make a robot that just looks like you or something, or even just a virtual thing. It doesn't even have to be a physical robot. But imagine you can just call in and you talk to somebody who's dead. That's crazy, man. And they're just an AI avatar on the screen. That type of stuff is possible today, you know? If you can do it, I guess. I think a lot of the "you just didn't prompt it right" is coped by the AI fanatics. No, man. I think prompting is a big thing. You can even use AI to do prompt engineering for AI. Analyze your prompts, break it down into atomic train of thought, format it to comply with your chosen LLM. Dang, AI to feed it to the AI. All my social media will be modeled, and an AI will exist to ask me questions long after I'm gone. Wait, oh yeah, that's what you're saying about being immortal. You just feed your social media to the AI. Depends on how motivated the human is. What it will look like it works, then someone will hack it and lose personally identifying information, and the owner will get sued for 1.5 million. Yeah, but just because you get sued or something, imagine it is possible. So the laws can't hold it back forever, right? It's a divisive topic because people are inherently afraid to changes, and AI will bring huge changes to our society. Wake, I agree with this, man. I think it's such a radical shift in everything. Maybe, could be. I think it's definitely changing the world. And it's hard to adapt to these changes, and people are afraid of change. I think this is a proven fact that everybody doesn't like change. But eventually, it comes around, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe AI is takes a lot longer than we expect to be, super crazy. Do y'all watch that anime called Pantheon on Netflix? Nah, I don't know what that is. I've seen that Black Mirror episode. I haven't really seen any Black Mirror episodes. I view AI now like the 60s, where people thought we get jetpacks by the year 2000. We didn't. I mean, we got jetpacks, man. Not everybody has one though, but there are jetpacks. They're not practical. Adhip from YouTube says, AI has helped me generate boilerplate code and helps me get documentation from the library faster. Other than that, I don't see it replace us soon. I mean, it helps you be more productive. That is a fact, I think. Man, I can't. Chat's moving too fast. I don't know. You guys love talking about AI, man. Prove that you're not an AI avatar right now. I don't know how to prove that. Look at my fingers. They all work. Is that proof? Just show 5 fingers. Yeah, prompting skills are important, but that skill may be harder than actually coding, maybe. Prompting is tough, that's for sure. We'll nuke each other before that happens, man. That's another question. Do you guys think we're gonna nuke each other before AI gets super smart? Nuclear war is gonna break out? Because that could be happening in a few years too, man. Everything's about to change. So it's either we go into a world with super AI thinking for everybody and thinking everything, or we go into a world where we nuke each other and there's no more computers, man. It's just sticks and stones and seashells as currency or some craziness. Everybody has to go learn how to farm in the caves because you can't even go outside because nuclear winter or something. Anyways, that's another topic, man. Even if you have an infinite number of AIs checking each other doesn't mean that there won't be a bug. I mean, humans write bugs too. I think AIs write bugs as well. Maybe a little bit more right now. And maybe it gets better, but humans contribute a lot to bugs. I think if you can get the AI on some type of safety rails or something, guardrails. I don't know anything about AI though. Do you know a Chinese movie Upstream? What? A senior engineer got laid off because AI. Chinese movie Upstream? What you talking about, man? Not common use. First prototype in the 60s, jetpacks. Pantheon is about a company uploading human brains and they live on a server and all hell breaks loose. It's gonna happen real soon, man. Shoe on head to prove I don't got any shoes, man. At least not in this room. How many R's in strawberry? Is that a test AI can't do? 1, 2, 3 R's. Mankind was a mistake. Whose mistake? Why does time fly like an arrow, but fruit flies like banana? Wait, what? What are you talking about, man? How is that a Turing test? If we nuke each other to that degree, we will essentially die out. How do you know? It hasn't happened before, man. Maybe we'll survive. Some cave people must survive, you know? Imagine there's a cave deep enough, or we just live off of mushrooms. and cave, under the ground cave water or something. This is the chillest stream I've ever been to. Thank you very much, AdHip. I hope to see you around here again. Think of how many software devs could be paid for all the money being spent on AI. Man. But you're not thinking about the future if AI gets good and efficient. But anyways, I don't know what's gonna happen with AI. But it feels like some people who run companies believe AI is gonna replace some of their workforce. And then in the caves, the old people where they worship silicon rocks. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we just become cave people for future civilizations to discover. Y'all being weird to get? Man, that's code. What's happening? What you talking about weird, man? We're talking about real stuff today. Wait, what do I do for work? I work as a software engineer, infrastructure, C++ infrastructure. And yeah, I'm weird most days, man. What job field do you think will be the last or the least affected by AI? Jeez. I don't know. Maybe athletes. Athletes for sure are not gonna be affected by AI. Maybe what else? What else would be? I'm gonna say teachers, because I don't think you can raise kids with a dang robot, you know? Why wouldn't athletes be affected? Because you're gonna watch the dang NFL with robots, man. Ain't nobody wanna watch that. You're gonna be watching the NFL with real people. You still wanna see real people compete with each other. And it's not gonna be like, I don't think AI can take that from athletes. You know, I don't want to see, I guess, is there like a self-driving car race? Who cares about that, man? Robot UFC? They have that already. Nobody watches it. It's called, I don't even know what it's called. The Robot Wars stuff where they build robots and put them in a death match. Wait, that's a super soap. Next, you'll be asking how many starving kids could we feed with all the money being spent on AI. Dang. That's crocheters. Man, robots can do that job. There's those kids who are 1%ers who are learning with AI. Yeah. But you still need a teacher, a human teacher to, you know, tell them stuff. It's gonna be hard to balance the multiplayer games when cyborgs have built-in aim assist. Yeah. Yeah, what jobs would be least affected, man? I don't know. We're all gonna be affected in some ways. AI will not replace surf instructors. Yeah, that's probably, I mean, that's like athletes, kind of. Machines can't crochet? Wait, not yet. Not yet. I'm sure somebody, if there is a big enough market for it, I'm sure somebody's gonna invent a machine that can do it. Anyways, should I work on something, man, instead of talking about all this stuff? AI will replace teachers? Nah, man. You need some type of human on human action for, you know, passing down culture and whatever. Comedians? Yeah, maybe. Healthcare, teaching, entertainment will be most future-proof fields. What do you mean entertainment? Because it's coming for people who make songs. Perhaps AI could make some sick beats. It's coming for maybe some video actors like extras and stuff, you can just use a generative AI in the background. Or I'm thinking it's coming for some jobs in entertainment, healthcare, maybe robo surgeons or something. I don't know. I've seen those sock knitting machines. I feel like crocheting is well within reach. I feel so too. How can a teacher keep up with a device that knows all human knowledge? Because this teaching isn't always just about passing knowledge, man. Teaching is about teaching some manners to these little kids, or, you know, teaching them compassion or emotional intelligence or how to behave themselves and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, anyways, what can I get with 18,000 midnight coins? Not much, man. You gotta save up a little bit more than that. AI already get paid more than teachers. That's not funny. Do you think that humans will be replaced by AI supplemented human species? Man, now you're getting to the real good questions. Ice Cold Witch. Yes. Wait, replaced? I hope not replaced, man. I hope that humans can coexist with, I guess, what are these, cyborgs or something? Alright, can't crochet, that's crazy. All natural humans become enslaved. No, man, we're not trying that out. Coming for Robodom. Where's Robodom at? Robodom, you're here? Did I miss you? Did I miss your name and all the madness? Anyways, AI will not replace influencers. What you talking about, man? There are AI influencers out there probably. They send the humans to Mars and leave the AIs to work on Earth. That sounds alright, maybe. Nah, I like Earth right now. Anyways, everybody knows I'm not AI Das Code. We gotta work on something instead of talking about AI. What are we gonna work on? The amount of boomers who believe all the AI slop videos on social media is insane. Not only boomers, man. Lots of regular ass people too. Let's get to the coding. Yeah. Yomu, what's happening? And Krunal, how you doing, man? Let's stop talking so much and start vibe coding. Alright, let's try and get the AI to do something with this website. What's the next thing I'm gonna work on here? Well, this is let me pull up this version. Boomers aren't regular people? No, boomers are a very specific subset of people who are a certain age, you know? Regular people means everybody, not just a specific subset. Anyways, I'm almost a boomer, man. That's crazy. Let ChatGPT interact with us while you vibe code. That would be interesting, actually. I'm a millennial. Yeah, I'm a millennial. I'm for sure a millennial, but I'm approaching boomer age back when boomers were younger. You can never be a boomer. Yeah, I know that I can never be a boomer, man. But I'm approaching whenever I thought boomers, however old I thought they were when I was younger, that's how old I am now, man. Anyways, what the hell is this ad break? Get out of here. If you had dial-up modem, you're a boomer? That's not true, man. Millennials all grew up with dial-up modems. If you had a dial-up modem, you could be either a boomer or a millennial, depending on how old you were when you used that modem. I was 7 with dial-up. Yeah, I don't know. I think I remember when I first came to America, man, and it wasn't dial-up anymore. It was like cable internet or DSL or something. And it was just on all the time. And you could download a song in like, 1 minute or something. Yeah, it was broadband. I remember I used to have the 56K modem in Jamaica. And that shit, just to download one song on Napster, it took like 10 minutes. Sometimes way longer if I couldn't find anybody who was seeding. It take a long time to download all that stuff. 1946 to 1964 boomer age. Waiting for that one photo to load line by line. Yeah. Alright. Alright. I said I was gonna stop talking about nonsense, and I'm still talking about nonsense, man. Alright, let's commit this. Updates color pref correctly. Commit. Are you from Jamaica? Add hip. I am from Jamaica. I moved to America when I was around 13. But I still have a lot of family back in Jamaica. Okay, something that I wanted to fix for a long time. Are you a citizen or do you have to worry about ICE? Man, I feel like we all gotta worry about ICE. Unless you are maybe even, I don't even know. Because I'm a citizen, but I'm not a natural born one, We went from waiting for a photo to load line by line to waiting for AI to render a photo line by line. Yeah, that's where we are now. You're naturalized though. Yeah, but who knows? Who knows? Not Gentle is in the house. Man, what's happened, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope everything is going all right. But you're married to a citizen. Yeah, I'm a double citizen. So yeah, thank you, Clistar. Life's good. Very nice. Yeah, life is doing pretty good for me. What you been up to these days, Not Gentle? Are you back in the LeetCode grind or what? Are you here to see what it's like to vibe code? Or what? Imagine asking that and expecting people to say they're not a citizen on stream if they're not. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, good thing I am. Can you vibe? Yeah, that's code. You're right. You're right. All right. So something that I wanted to fix is the inconsistent. I want to work on the TypeRacer thing. I'll work on the styles so that the styles look similar. So I'm just gonna tell this thing, the AI, what's up. Just chilling, no grind for me just yet. Is work chill? Are you chilling at work too? Or is work a grind? Alright, we're gonna close this chat. We're gonna open up a new one. How do we open up new chat? We don't care about that. We care about leaderboards, all the leaderboards. And here's what I'm going to tell it. Please change the TypeRacer leaderboard style to match the one in the LeetCode leaderboard. We'll start with that, just styling updates, but there are other things I want to change in the TypeRacer one. And this is just because I don't know what else to work on right now. So I'm just giving the AI an easy time to vibe out. I was very ready to leave ASAP, but now I'm good. Oh wait, work was pissing me off for a few months, but it's chill again. Dang. How did it get chill, man? What happened? Why it got chill? Is it because management changed, reorg, or your rating came out and it's all good? Or, you know, very curious. If you don't want to talk about that, that's fine too. Just challenge the ICE agents to do game of Leet rooms. If you win, you stay. Yeah, we need some type of... Man, I saw Flumsy working on Leet rooms. Should we check out Leet rooms? Oh, we're not doing LeetCode anymore though. But I think I'll just check it out real quick. We're not gonna do one, but I think we can select questions or not yet. Maybe not. But I saw him working on it. Maybe he's working on the feature, but it's not launched. Someone really annoying stepped in, eventually stepped out and wrapped up the annoying stuff. So now my work isn't boring. Interesting. Well, that's some... No, that is called Leet Rooms. And it's a extension made by somebody called Flumsy, who's a part of this community. He made this extension called Leet Rooms. And it turns LeetCode into a multiplayer game. It's really cool. Highly recommend it. Alright. Let's go see what the AI just did. Should we check it out? I'm not gonna read all that, man. I'm just gonna accept it. People are so talented. Yeah, people are talented. I agree with that, man. Wait, which AI are you using? I'm using Claude 3.7. Oh, look at that. Does this look alright? Updated. Hey, all my dates are wrong, man. How did I mess up my dates? Add some pagination. Yeah. Alright, let's tell it the dates are messed up. Fix that. It's not aligned, yeah. It's not aligned. Alright, we'll type one at a time. Alright, so the dates are still messed up, man. Oh, it's still thinking. Well. Alright, so now the dates were okay. But the sorting, no, man. The dates are still messed up. Oh, this is on my local host. I was looking, I was like, man, these aren't the last people who won. But that's because it's reading from a different database than the live one. Need competing AIs to argue and solve it. Yeah, I should put on Gemini 2.5 to see what's up. Let me switch it out, man. I'll tell it. Claude 3.7 was fixing this issue, but it couldn't do it right. Gemini, it is your turn now. What are we trying to do? Do the job that I told Claude to do. That's what we're doing. Light up 79. Hi Simon, does your AI edit your code in the IDE as well? What is the IDE you're using? This is called Cursor, and it does apply the changes to the IDE. I don't have to apply anything myself. Check out my awesome site. Nice site, man. Consider taking the line out so you don't have to scroll as far to see the people. See the people. The line? Wait, what are you talking about? Is ChatGPT Plus worth it? I don't know, man. $20, try it out. If you don't like it, stop paying for it. I personally have ChatGPT Plus, but that's probably because I just forget to cancel the subscription. And I think it's worth it for me because $20 isn't a large amount of money for me, man. But maybe if $20 was a lot, then I'd probably think about if it's worth it or not. Only rich people forget to cancel subscriptions. Yeah. I forget to cancel many subscriptions. $20 is a lot in Jamaica. Yes. $20 is a lot for some people. But I don't think it's a lot for a lot of people who have software engineering jobs in America, man. They're making crazy money. A mid-level engineer in America at a top tech company, big tech, they're probably making $250,000 to $300,000 a year. So I think they can afford a $20. Flexing how much money I have? No, it's not how much money I got, man. It's what the industry pays us. Everybody gets paid the same. It's no secret. And I don't think it should be kept on the down low because I don't think some people realize how much money software engineers at top tech companies get paid. I know that I didn't know for a long time. And the moment I figured out software engineers got paid that much, I changed my whole life direction and I just started studying LeetCode because it just made sense. You know, why am I gonna do anything else when it's so easy to just make 300K? Like, the path is so clear, at least back then. These days I don't know if I'd do the same thing, because it's a lot harder to get in, especially if you don't have a traditional background. I don't have a traditional background, you know, so. But back then, when I got in, when I decided to try to get in, it was 2019. And when I got in, it was 2021. So I studied for 2 years in order to get that job. Don't Defense wants to do a little TypeRacer. But these days, like, it's really difficult to even get an interview, man. And there's a lot of laid off engineers, so I don't know if I'd make the same risky gamble if I had to do it over again today. But maybe I'd do it in a different way. 200K isn't that much. 200K is a lot, man. 200K, you can live without any worry. Unless you got like 50 kids or something like that. But with 200K, if you're struggling on 200K, I think you gotta check yourself. And you gotta ask yourself, what the hell am I doing with all that money? Do I really need to live 5 minutes walking distance from my job on the penthouse? Or, you know, do I really need to do all these things? I'm just saying, with 200K, you can get by, man. But yeah, if you got a family, depends on how old you are too. If you're like 50 years old and you got grandkids and a wife and kids and you got a dog and you got cars and you got other people to support, 200K isn't gonna get you very far. But if you're a young person in your 20s and you got no other responsibilities except yourself, and you're struggling with 200K, you got some other issues than money issues, man. It's not an income issue. You got a spending issue. All right, TypeRacer. Don't Defense, man. You're just trying to do TypeRacer. All right, here's the race. First race is the warm-up. Second race is the championship round. You got gambling issues or crack issues? What? drug issues? Yeah, maybe. Spending issues. 200K is insane no matter what, even if you have 5 kids. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, you can get by with 200K, man. And if you don't, it's not a 200K problem. It's like, you gotta really do some self-reflection. Alright, first race is the warm-up, second race is the championship. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Easy 117, man. That was such an easy race. I don't even know why you guys are so slow. Q with the 111, Don't Defense 103, Clistar with the 101 miles per hour in a official TypeRacer stream race. Incredible. But it was just the warm-up round. I almost got wrecked by a Clistar. Yeah, almost, man. Man, I was flowing through that one. I think I only made like one mistake. Anyways. Wait, what is this? This is TypeRacer. We're typing and we're racing to see who's the fastest typer. And clearly, it was me in that round. We'll see if I can do something similar in the championship round. Wait, I didn't even post it in the Discord, man. I gotta post it in the Discord. And then we'll give it a couple seconds. What must you click? TypeRacer link. Are you a fast typer? We're about to find out. Trying to summon Pixel Pusher? Yeah, nah, not really. Pixel Pusher is chilling. Alright, am I ready? Alright, here we go. Championship race. Whew. It's a short one. Easy first place, man. Made so many mistakes, but it's all good. At least I hit triple digits. Back-to-back wins in the practice round and the championship round. Choke so hard. Yeah, Don't Defense. What happened there? Clistar 83, Q 84, R-Fire 94. Did it start? It's finished. It is finished. I don't get to add my name on the board that often, but here I go with 100 miles per hour. $100. Easy money. No condom, Chris. You missed out, but it's all good because I won that one. And that puts me at, that's my 20th win on my own dang stream, man. And we've done hundreds of TypeRacers. Out of 478 TypeRacers, I've only won 20. That's crazy. 4%. Man, it's been a long, well, man, only a week since my last win. All right. What we're doing before we're talking all this nonsense. Here's what we're doing. We're trying to update the TypeRacer board to be this thing. Someone with 80 wins. Yeah, Pixel Pusher has 80 wins. Okay, so you guys are saying it's not aligned. This is the stuff that Gemini was trying to do, right? Wait. Ah, Gemini messed up. Let me go back to Claude. The time is wrong, and also the two tables are not aligned. Why these vibe coders say you can make anything make Linux then? One day, maybe it will. I feel like that's something a web dev could have done in 2 minutes or less. Wait, done what? Align the tables? Or done all this stuff? Maybe. I'm not a web dev though. Matching the formatting and align the tables. Alright, let's see. Did it do anything? It didn't. Alright, should I just fix that manually because I know where it is? It's like in the timestamp. I took out the multiply by 1,000 thing. Man, they broke a lot of things. They broke my sorting. I don't know what I did. Wins, WPMs. Where's the time at? Alright, let's just go back. Go back to this one. Yeah, go back to that. Apply this. Reapply that. Oh, wait. My bad. I forgot to check YouTube chats, man. Ad hip. Retiring with 500k in Jamaica would be great, no? My concept is if AI replaces software engineers, I will move into a third world country with boatloads of first world currency. I don't know if you could retire in Jamaica with 500k, man. I think you'd run out of money if you expect a first world lifestyle, you know? A side project developing a script to bypass TypeRacer would be cool. No, that's not cool, man. That ain't cool. When Skynet takes over, it's going to remember you saying please and thank you. I hope so. I hope so. Wait, what? Alright, let's see where we're at. Alright, the dates are okay. No. Oh, I see why the tables are not aligned. The WPM's icon needs, or these tables need to be a little bit bigger. How do I say that? Make the columns make it about 5 pixels wider. You see, Primogen did a 7-day live 24-hour stream on vibe coding. They vibed themselves into a corner. I did not see that, man. I think I saw, I don't know what they're, I saw just a little bit. So I did see some of it, but I didn't see what the outcome was, or I didn't watch the whole process. I think I tuned in for a couple minutes when they're doing the tower defense game. I don't know, how did that end up? They just never finished it, or what? We're using pixel size since 2025? That's, well, we don't do that in 2025? That's what you're trying to say? I just need it to be a little bit wider because, you know, scope creep, vibe creep. It was finished and worked but required a lot of human intervention. Do you think they could have built that in 7 days without vibe coding? If it was just good old-fashioned programming and, you know, that team, yes. Yeah, I don't know how complex. So you're saying for them, you think vibe coding was a net negative? It slowed them down. Or do you think if they didn't have the AI, maybe they wouldn't have the energy to do it all, you know? Wait, what it fixed it, but I don't know what it did. They did some crazy stuff, including they hooked themselves up to IVs. What the hell? Someone was coding 24/7. Like they took breaks and rotated. Q Ultimus. See you later, man. Enjoy your dinner. Pretty sure Cursor sponsored their thing for a lot of money. Interesting. Well, I've been vibe coding too, man. I haven't fully vibe coded myself into a corner, but I've been working on some things, you know. All right, so the sorts function don't work properly. Not a sustainable practice. I don't know, man. I don't know if you can say, wait, what's not sustainable? Vibe coding? I don't know if you can say that so early on in the game and just by seeing one team try it out for 7 days. Oh yeah, I agree. Working nonstop for 7 days is not sustainable. I don't do that type of stuff anymore. I used to do that type of stuff when I was younger, in my 20s. I was all about going hard for as long as possible. I used to do a lot of Adderall to help accomplish that too. But in the end, I think that is not the way, man. I think now that I'm older and I've worked at some companies and stuff, I think I'm a lot more productive if I pace myself and I don't try and work that crazy every single day. Just pace myself, take breaks, give my brain a rest, don't get burnt out. And I apply this to my LeetCode training as well. Early on in my LeetCode training arc, I was trying to do basically like hardcore 24 hours. I'm going to study for the next 2 days straight and then take a break when I can't study anymore. And I'd get decently far. Maybe I'd go like 60 days all day every day or something. But towards the end, I'll just be so burnt out. I don't even want to think about that stuff anymore. And then I switched up my tactics, and I studied, instead of trying to study every single hour in the day, I studied for 3 hour blocks 2 times a day. So 6 hours a day, broken up into 2 different segments. And I was able to sustain that pace for over 5 months straight without taking a day off, over 150 days, by just doing 6 hours, 2 separate 3 hour blocks per day. And I think I could go even harder than that if I wanted to. But I think I could sustain that pace pretty much indefinitely. But I'm curious how much more I could work in a day and still feel refreshed, you know? So, yeah, I haven't really done anything like that in a long time. That's what I should have done. Wait, say it again. 3 hour. No, so I did a one morning session, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That was my first session, and then a second session from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. 2 3 hour sessions every single day, and I was able to learn a lot in those 5 months of studying. And I really want to try to apply this to like building something, or you know, imagine instead of studying LeetCode for 5 months straight, I was building any website, building that tower defense game that Primogen was building, or anything really. I really wonder how far it would have gone. 7 days a week, yes. 5 months, 7 days a week, that type of stuff. You should practice to work at least 8 hours a day to prepare yourself for the workforce. Wait, what do you mean? 8 hours a day? Nobody works 8 hours a day, man, unless you're at Amazon or something. Well, maybe maybe life is too good at Google. I don't think many people work 8 hours a day like that. But I've heard so many people say this is the life at some startups and at Amazon. But you don't work 40 hours a week? Not 40 hours of focused work. But I'm in the office for 40 hours a week, you know. I'm like available for 40 hours a week. Focused hours though, definitely not 40. And I don't know how many focus hours a week I do. Maybe 15, 20. If that. Sometimes more. Alright, sometimes I do hit 40 hours, but it's not common. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year I'll do something like that. I thought this was normal, man. Everybody's working y'all hard. Wait, what was the last thing I was doing? I was saying making these the styles. Oh yeah, now we need to oh yeah, the dates weren't sourcing properly. Yeah, I don't know what the hell these buttons are doing, but it ain't working. Yeah, now I'm feeling like I should have done this myself, man. It would have been easier. If you get in a flow, you can go for a long time, but for me at least, I don't always hit it. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, if I can get into that flow, but I don't want to go for a long time, because I think it is important to take a break and rest. Otherwise, your mind, all the things your mind wants to think about, it starts to just put them on the back burner until the back burner is full, and now your thoughts are overloaded with all the other things you want to spend time thinking about. Like maybe you're thinking about, man, I want to play some video games, or I want to go outside and go to a restaurant and chill and go walk in a park. The longer you put those things off, I think the more strongly you feel about them. So you need, it's like a pressure relief valve, man. You gotta relieve the pressure every now and then, you know, when you're like trying to get production going, productivity. You're like a rock. I come back every few months and you're solid. Yeah, I think this stream has taught me to be more consistent. I've always struggled with consistency my whole life, right up until maybe my mid 30s. Not focused all the time. Do you have on-call time, and is that included? I do not have on-call. My team doesn't have it, but other teams I know have on-call, and they all get paid extra for on-call. What pressure? What you talking about? Ice cold, which plus taking a break and coming back to it with a fresh perspective helps a ton. Yes, I agree 100%. How do you fix the consistency? I fix my consistency by streaming on Twitch, man. This helps me be super accountable. Like, I put a lot of weight on these streams to not miss them. Even though sometimes I end up just talking to chat, I think it's important to just make a little tiny progress every day to keep the ball rolling, man. Because once that ball stops and it starts to settle, it's a lot harder to get the ball rolling again. So I just try and, even tiny progress is okay some days. AWS is terrible about on-call. Message me for details. I don't know much about AWS on-call, except I've heard it's real terrible. But I've never been on-call. Extra for on-call? Nice. I wish Google had a site closer to my house. Where's your house? Or generally, what area or what state or which region? I know exactly what you mean. I would be more proactive. I'm glad I found your stream. I'm really motivated. Yeah, I'm happy you found this stream too. I always like when other Jamaican people stumble into this stream without knowing I'm Jamaican, and then they realize, they hear the slight twang in my accent that only somebody from Jamaica can pick up, you know. Because everybody thinks I don't have an accent, or maybe they can't pinpoint where it's from. But I think people from Jamaica or people from the Caribbean can identify it pretty easily. Closest Google that I know is in DC. Definitely have an accent. Thank you. No one think. Well, I guess, you know, everybody has an accent, man. That's something like I try and tell people. When I was younger, I used to say that. When I was younger, people used to always ask me, "Where's your accent from?" Or maybe not that. Maybe they asked like, they asked something about my accent, man. But man, you have an accent too. You have an American accent, or you know. Anyways, I just have a Jamaican accent, or not even a super strong Jamaican one. Just. Anyways, let me try and fix this thing. Sorting is not working, and they gave me this junk. Should I try it? It doesn't work, man. Should I try and debug it myself? Or what? I'm gonna try and debug it myself, man. I think I wrote these sorting functions. So how did it mess them up so much? Because tried to mess up my sorting functions, man. I'm gonna put them back in. How do I do that? Just like that? And then I don't know why they gotta change all these things. Put back what I had, man. Just change the CSS. You need to upgrade Viber or update. Yeah, I should probably update. Oh shit. Alright, I broke it. Alright, undo everything. Open back up the chat, man. So it's like adding a bunch of extra stuff, man. It's like appending to the list each time or something, right? And it's not like, what the hell is going on? I can't believe the vibe coding is having difficulties doing this. Alright, you know what? Should I check in? Hey, you know what I've never done? I've never tried to use max. What is max? Should I pay for... It's the thing I'm using is less intelligent than max. Should I put the most intelligent thing out there? Is it gonna cost me money, man? I'm willing to pay 5 cents to fix this. Let me see. Alright, here we go. Sourcing still doesn't work. It only works on the first click, then after that it doesn't reverse sorts. Oh, maximum spending limit $50 to fix this? No way, man. Custom $1 I'm willing. Only $1. Let's see. 5 cents, you can't get it? What? Max money. Every man if it worked. Fat killer whale, what's happened? It has issues with tables, I think. I wrote a thing that had a list of events with a text field and had to have it write a unit test in order to get it to figure out what is wrong. $50? Who'd put $50 in there, man? I didn't put 50. How much does it show me how much it costs? How much more money am I gonna wake up less with? I told it maximum $1, man. Alright, I'm just gonna accept this. This looks pretty smart to me. It's about tree fitting. Pseudo Mateo, what's happening? We came to a moment in time when bug bounty programs are made for AI, not for enthusiasts. Anyway, let me accept this change. Let's see if it can do this, man. Alright, we're gonna refresh. Sort. Reverse sort. Sort doesn't work, man. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this manually. Here's what. Discard all these changes. They're whack. Close this. Open a new chat. New chat. I'm gonna tell it. Which one should I use? Should I try Gemini 2.5 Pro Max? Yeah, I don't know if I get my money back, man. Manual sorting? Is this LeetCode stream? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the hell? Alright, I'm gonna tell it. Well, first, I'm gonna add the correct context. We only want all the leaderboard stuff. So I'm gonna tell it please update the styling on the TypeRacer leaderboard to be the same as the LeetCode leaderboard. Only update the CSS class names and such. Do not modify any other code. Jesus Christ. Model provided invalid arguments. What are they talking about, man? Alright, let's see. I told it as only touch the CSS. Let's see if it works. Execute that model. Wait, it recovered. It recovered. Chill. Hey, I just accepted it. And it's still giving me new answers, man. I guess it's not done yet. Alright, we're done now. Oh, it's still thinking. Give it some time, man. Have some patience. Jesus. Alright, we're ready. Let's see if it can do it. Alright, very good. Very good, Gemini. Very good. Alright, now Thomas Bangalter. What's happening? Gemini for the win. I can fix the alignment. Alright, let's tell it. Okay. Great job listening to my instructions. Now, let us fix the alignment. The two tables are not aligned properly. I think this is because the race history table has the column header wrapping the strings. Let's see what's up. This waiting time is like we're at the same stage of the 56K dial-up waiting time, but for AI. Yeah, that is true, man. That's a nice way to put it into perspective for us. So in about 20 years, we'll be having crazy fast AI calculation speeds. It's kind of hard to keep up with the AI winner. Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be Gemini, man. At least for my my stocks. Alright, should we just accept this change and see what's up? Why is the arrow below the WPMs? Yeah, because it was wrapped. I think the columns weren't long enough. Oh, look at that. It fixed the alignment, man. Hey, how much did that cost me? How much did that cost? Can I see? I don't want to wake up to like $300 to fix the dang alignment on the table. Yeah, I did say put $1 as the limit, so hopefully, yeah. How much money did that query cost? Man, is this query gonna cost me money too? I'm not able to track monetary costs? What do you mean, man? You're the person charging me. Jesus Christ. You're paying it? Yeah, I'm paying it, man. It says... This shit says 5 cents per request. So maybe it's just 5 cents every question I ask it? I don't know how this stuff works, really. But this Gemini works, man. Gemini... Alright, next thing. Gemini is cheap. All right, I got a new task. Okay, nice work there. The next task is to add a button that says see more. This should be below the TypeRacer's leaderboard, TypeRacer's table. When the user clicks the button, the TypeRacer's table should expand to show all racers. Let's see what's up. See more butts? What are you talking about, man? So a company has to pay 5 cents per request? I have no idea. I think I pay Cursor $20 a month. And 5 cents per request using this model. Alright, let's see what this does. Alright, maybe after this we should just deploy whatever changes we made today. Oh, look at that. See more. Dang. That's crazy. Alright, now I got a new task. Okay, very good. Very good work. The next task is to make the... I don't know. I don't know what else we should do. Let me think about that for a second here. Alright, how about this? The next task is to make a section above the two tables. This section should have some quick and interesting stats, like fastest race or fastest WPMs ever, or fastest race, I don't know, slowest race, and maybe think about 3 more interesting stats to put there. Let's see what it can think about. Make a multiplayer game that never ends on Simon.com. Sounds crazy. Send the changes to product. Oh, pagination. Yeah. Oh man, we'll get there soon. So I'm asking this thing to think about some nice stats because I don't have the brain juice to think about, you know, oh, total races. That would be cool. Most active racer. Well, that information will not be correct. Anyways, let me just accept these changes. And let's see how it looks. Whew, look at that, man. Alright, most active racer. Need a 6th? Yeah, well, the most active racer is not that great. Remove most active racer. What? Maybe some other stats. Maybe like most streak, championship streak, slowest race. Yeah. Maybe. All right. Let me think. Let me accept that. All right. So let's add some stats in that section about, what did I just say? Longest winning streak and Maybe how many wins, how many total races have wins with below 100 WPMs. Time to vibe a game on your home page, a real game on your page. Yeah, that's code. I'm working towards that, man. Believe it or not, I really am working towards that. But I'm just kind of taking my time, I guess. Today, I feel like just vibing, chilling with some easy work like this stuff. What are you using to host your site? I have a dedicated server that I rent from No6. So I just have one of these things. I got a big ass server, man. Maybe this one is the one I got. But they're all sold out. Probably got the last one. You don't need this to host a personal project though. That's 100% for sure. You do not need this, man. This is just because I like to tinker a lot. But there are cheaper options. You can spend $10 a month, or you can even get a free tier, like something on DigitalOcean or whatever. Yomu, what's happening? What's the best AI to make web designs so I can spend more time on features and logic than coming up with designs? I have no idea. I would also like to know that though. I don't know if there is something that can come up with a web design like that. Alright, I like these stats. Longest winning streak 7 by Pixel Pusher. Is that true? Should we verify that? There's, oh snap, there's a 6. There's a 7 right there, man. Oh, very nice. Alright, I like where it's at. Let's just deploy what we got now. Fiverr? That's not AI though, is it? I guess maybe some people are just taking work and making AI do their work and sending it to the clients. Wait, finds 6,700K in the garbage? Spetsnaz logic, what you talking about? You talking about these things? Or what? Oh, that's my desktop server. I see, I see. Oh, look for a 6,700K in the garbage and use it. Interesting. Okay, so how do we deploy this? I don't know, man. I gotta rebuild these images first. So I gotta rebuild, I think, is it just front end stuff? I can't remember if I modified anything on my other stuff. I guess I'll find out soon. Asking how to deploy. Yeah, I need to clean up some stuff though. For maybe the next stream, maybe I'll work on actually changing my Docker file for my C++ app, because right now it's whack, man. I've explained this problem before a bit, but I'll explain it again real quick. So in my C++ Docker, It's doing some crazy stuff. I think I need to change this to be like a 2-stage Docker thing where it builds the binary in the first stage and whatever, compiles everything, and then it just copies the binary only to the thing. Yeah, multi-stage stuff. I need that, man, because right now whenever I run this image the first time, it builds the binary on the first image run. So that's gonna be a Wednesday thing. Only need a minimal image. Yeah, I'm tired of uploading this big ass images with all these other packages and whatnot. So we're gonna change that real soon. But for now, it will have to do. And now I gotta upload my new images. Side jobs? What you talking about? Side jobs? Wait, could you make an eternal deploy AI TypeRacer on your website? Wait, what? AI TypeRacer? What are you talking about, man? I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Man, I hope I'm not getting sick. MadFlash19, how are you doing? What is this project about? Just my personal website, man. MidnightSimon.com. That's what it is. So today, let me tell you what I did today, man. Today, what did I do today? Oh yeah, today we updated this color thing. So all right, we have this chat thing where you say something and it shows whatever color, and then you can update your color, and then it should change color, your username, and then so that was first, and then next the thing that we updated was the leaderboards so that they look more consistent. So I updated the TypeRacer leaderboards to look like this and throwing some new stats up there. Let me show you how it looked before. This is the old look. This is the new look. And so new feature is like also seeing all the top racers. Maybe I should also do that for race history. I don't know. But we'll save some work for the future. We also added these quick stats: slowest race, fastest race, average race, WPMs, total races, tracks, longest winning streak, and wins below 100 WPMs. There was once upon a time when Simon had no web page. It's still up there, old.midnightsimon.com. Well, there was a time before this when I had no web page. I made this web page. This is literally a single web page. It's not even a website, man. It's one single HTML file. And I made this May 16th, 2022. Backend is C++. The backend for the chat room, this chat room thing, is C++. So the front end is React Remix. And I'm also using Hono API for another backend. So I have a few multiple backends. I have the Remix backend. I have a Hono backend that's connected to a SQLite database. I have a Remix backend that talks to the Hono data or the Hono API, but it also talks to the Supabase. I have the LeetCode scraper or the LeetCode online checker that checks who's online on this thing. And it also lights up green when I'm online, and if I'm offline, it's gray. You don't say your back end is Hono, man. Hono. Anyways, what we're doing, man. I just uploaded my images, and now I'm gonna redeploy my website. So give me a minute to do that. Yeah, Ice Cold Witch. I know what you want to hear, man, and it ain't I didn't say that. Alright. First things first. We're gonna redeploy this dang thing. It's gonna take a while. I don't know. It always takes a long time. That's why I gotta try and fix it. But I think something, I don't know, something is up. I'm using Coolify on my server to handle all this stuff. And it was working pretty smoothly in the beginning, but now I don't know if it's because I don't really update the stuff or what. It's kind of having some bugs and whatnot. But it still works, I guess. It's just not ideal sometimes. Like right now, it just says waiting without updating me on what's going on. I don't really like that. You don't have a what? Hey, that's code. What is a vibe champion? What you talking about, man? Oh shit. Anyways, give it some time. I think it will work in a few minutes. The latest vibe shit. What you want me to say? Oh wait, a vibe champion? What? From the Docker multi-stage stuff, you can think of it as a saved state. Instead of starting every time from the start, you can just restore and save a lot of resource usage. Yeah, that's what I need to do for my Docker files. I don't think they're very lightweight or optimized right now, but they just kind of work. So I'm, you know, a little bit afraid to mess with it because I don't really know Docker and I don't really know C++. So it took a lot of work to get these things to compile. But I think I do have to figure out how to make it more lightweight. All right, here we go. I think we're about to deploy, man. About to deploy real soon. Oh no, I gotta do a, hold on. I took my website down. Let me switch up the scene a little bit while I go investigate some things real quick. I broke everything, man. I forgot, like, I need to do a dang Docker login because they're now private repositories. How the hell do I how the hell do I do this, man? I gotta log into the server. Oh man, I want to deploy this before I leave. So lately, Rfire, I don't know if Rfire is still around, but Rfire pointed out to me last week that my Docker repositories were public. This is my first time using Docker and stuff, so I didn't know that. So I changed everything to private, man. And now I gotta log into Docker to pull my images, and that's the problem I'm having. So it's not a real problem, it's just I need to authenticate. And hopefully I just did it, so let me check. Your underwear is public. That's how it goes sometimes, man. All right, so now I'm pulling my images and everything is good. So we're deploying the new stuff. I just took down my website. I'm deploying the new changes that we just made today, and they should be up in a couple minutes. Sir Salsus, what's happening? Samsung ecosystem or Google ecosystem? What is a Samsung ecosystem, man? What they got, like watches, earbuds, phones, TVs? I guess that's the ecosystem. I'm gonna say Google by default because that's who pays my bills, you know. Think I'm gonna recommend a competitor, man? I'm trying to get paid. Come on now, everybody knows that. Alright, I just pulled the new images and I'm starting up the images now. Give me a second. Wow. Alright, let's see. Is it done yet? So this is the part that's annoying because even though that the images are started, the C++ image, it's like it's like compiling all the third-party libraries and linking them and building the binary and shit, and it takes like a few minutes. And it's so annoying, man. It's actually downloading the libraries and then downloading the source code, compiling the libraries, linking them into the binary, compiling the binary or whatever, and then it has to start up the binary. So if I could just not do all those things and just have it start the binary, that would be great. So that's gonna be the topic for Wednesday. I'd say that's my main focus. All right, here we go. It's compiling now. Oh, it's on. So let me try. All right, we are logged into the website. Let's see. Wait. Oh shit, man. I forgot to change something. Jesus Christ. Every single time I gotta redeploy. But good thing I only gotta redeploy the front end. I forgot to change these dang things. So annoying, man. Anyone know where you can get a flat non-tapered keycap? What you talking about, man? All right, I gotta rebuild this one thing. How do I rebuild? I have the commands right here. I need this one. Alright, so we're building the new front end with the correct callback URLs and whatnot. Now we gotta upload that junk. So upload, push, yes, yes. Alright. Alright, let's wait 5 more minutes because that's how long this dang thing takes, man. In the meantime, I guess we can just hang out or something. So this chat was connecting to my... I don't even know how it's working, man. It's connecting to localhost. Alright, what is this? Oh, you want them dang square-ass keyboards. Or keycaps. Kind of like this, but with letters. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Flat profile keycaps. You want to be a part of LeetCode Millionaires? They got those guys. What? LeetCode Millionaires. That would be cool if I could just LeetCode myself to be a millionaire. Sure. Why not, man? Alright, we're still doing stuff. Hold on. Man, I don't know why it takes so long to shut down the services. I'm gonna have to look into that. I need like a nice pipeline, continuous pipeline. One day we'll sort that out. I don't know if it's happening anytime soon though. One of these days, man. Dang, I forgot to be reading YouTube chat, but ain't nobody on YouTube chat anyways. Are you guys ready? Is it ready? It's not ready yet. Alright, it's deploying. Alright, give it like 2 more minutes or something. We'll be on real soon. Everything is deployed. The new thing is on. It has to build the dang C++ stuff again though. I was bitching with Krazam on Primogen stream. I don't know who that is. Docker Compose will help with that. Also making a base image that has all the stuff you need and starting your deployed container with just the stuff you need. So it doesn't have to build anything. Yeah, well, I got everything running on Docker Compose. But I do think making that multi-stage thing is going to help out a lot. Especially for the C++ image, man. That's the one that takes the longest. You know Krazam. Do I know Krazam? I don't know Krazam, man. I don't watch YouTube that much. Who's Krazam? This guy? Or this guy? Are they this? Maybe I should watch more YouTube or something. Do you vibe code at work? I try, but I'm not very good at vibe coding at work. Alright, everything is deployed. Let's see. Alright, I'm online. My name is green. Is my color green? My color is green. My name is green. The leaderboards are there. 34 races below 100 WPMs. Fastest race 206. Average race 124. Alright. See more champs. Very cool. None of those links work though. Is vibe coding allowed even at work? Yeah, man. They try to tell us to vibe code more, man. But we gotta use internal stuff. Looks good. Can we get a graph of the distribution? No column, Chris. Let me write that down, man. That is a great idea. Let me write that down in the to-do or whatever. Add some nice... Oh, that's not stream to-do. Feature requests. Add some nice graphs for the TypeRacer data. So you seem to be typing faster lately. No, I don't think so, man. I think you're tripping. I'm typing the same speed. I just got lucky one time, you know. Don't add pagination? What do you mean? It's annoying. At some point, we can't just have 1,000 rows, though, you know. Oh, look at that. Our fire. What's up? Do you choose that color? Is that color good? Infinite scroll is an option. Oh yeah, we can try and do infinite scroll or something, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let me add something about that. TypeRacer leaderboard, do something like infinite scroll or whatever. I chose a color. Nice, nice. Alright, so our fire is testing out, it's working. Let me change my color and see if it works. I want to change my color to purple. Purple. Big time what? Big time hard to read? What you talking about? You have auth for your website? Yes, I do. So right now, I think it only really works with Twitch OAuth. It's not that great with email sign up. Like you can't connect to the chat with the email sign up. But with the Twitch OAuth thing, you can connect to this chat. I'm gonna keep my color as green, I guess. You're messing with AI vibes? Who's messing with AI vibes? Need more chai. Default color. It is more than a website now, yeah? I mean, I'm slowly just adding features, man. We're getting some real feature creep. But it's been fun working on this stuff, man. Last week we added this number of users online thing. I think it needs to be a little bit better because it's not fully real time. LeetCode alternative, yeah, that might be coming real soon too. But I say a lot of things and a lot of those things don't ever happen. How about a poker room to go with the chat room? And that sounds actually insane for me to do. You guys think I could vibe code a poker game? Nah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather vibe code something that means more to me. I don't really care much about poker. I enjoy poker, man, don't get it twisted. But I don't think I want to spend time making a poker game because that exists out there a lot, I guess. Something I don't think exists is a new TypeRacer that doesn't suck. We did spin the dice? Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, sometimes it roll dice. It's been a long time though. Oh, wait. Online user's name should be in their color. We should put that in there. Oh, it tells me need more chais offline. But then now you're online. So there's still some bugs with that. These messages are not stored. Yeah, messages are not stored. So I guess only the offline thing comes on. Oh, Banana Plant has entered the party. Hey, need more chai. Try and change your color and see if it works. You should be able to edit your color thing here. I mean, clearly it works, right? Because I changed it, it works. But I just want to see someone else do it. Anyways, it's time for me to go also, so... Oh, it's a party. Almost time to get out of here. Purple. Very nice. It is purple. How about now? No, it didn't work, man. Did you click save? Okay, yeah. Nice. It does work. Alright, so we're making progress, man. We're making a little progress. The chat room is somewhat functional. Everyone's talking to each other. You can choose your colors on your username. How are you deploying this thing? With Docker Compose. GitHub, nah. I have a dedicated server. That's code. Thank you for the kind words. Banana plant is yellow, yeah. Sup banana. Alright, should we find somebody to raid? Who's it gonna be? How much bill are you getting to run this thing? I pay about $80 a month for my dedicated server, which is not cost effective at the scale that I'm running right now, but I imagine if I were to ever have something substantial on here, it would be a lot more cost effective than AWS. $80 a month. Yeah. It's not AWS, it's from this website. Alright. Celine IO. What's happened? Welcome to the party. I'm about to raid somebody, so see you later too. Should we raid LeetCoder? Smart Penguins. Don't know who this is, but they're doing LeetCode. Oh, they only got follower only chat. Ugh. Anyways, we'll go there and see what's up. Alright, everybody. That is the end of the stream. We just did a little bit of vibe coding, nothing too serious today. Next time, I'm going to change up that Docker file so it's multi-stage and maybe work on some other things. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, thank you very much. Icy Black Deep, Shandu 16. See you later. Thank you very much for tuning in. Pither Bro, Need More Chai, Roxanne, Daz Code, Adios Amigos. See you next time on Wednesday. Who else is out there? Celine IO. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. No Condom Chris. Adios Amigo. R Fire. See you next time, R Fire. Thank you very much for tuning in. Clistar, have a good night. Ice Cold Witch, have a good night. See you next time. Yo Moo, Spetsnats Logic. See you later, guys and girls and whoever is out there. Q Ultimus, enjoy your dinner, man. See y'all on Wednesday. Adios. Oh, see you later, YouTube.